like how my hair is faded out to being like this icy blue. It's just so perfect. It's very Solstice, right? Kind of like it. Welcome back to RDLP. It's your boy. We're back. You know the game. You know the life. Thank you again, as always, to Sierra's Castle. Her links are in the description below, by the way, if you want to check out her work, because it's rad and awesome and cool. Like all three of those things in a row. In that order specifically. Don't mix it up. Don't get messed up. When we last left off on Solstice, Solstice, we had a whole bunch of mysteries just like plop down at our feet. It sounded just like that. Who do we got? Let me try to remember all of the characters that we have right now. Constance came in with a bloody nose. Lev's still out missing. Lan's wife. I don't remember her name all of a sudden, even though we've said it like a bazillion Brazilian times. Slava is withholding information, but has also told us pretty much everything about Lev's history with the banker man, Esteban, and he beat the crap out of Len, or at least his workers beat the crap out of Len, and that's why he came to us all bruised. Meanwhile, guess who just woke up just in time for all of this craziness to happen? Yani. And now we're gonna go hang out from her perspective and see, what are we doing? What's the main situation going on, Yani? Where am I? Where are you? A simple bed? A desk? Some wooden panels? If this was the afterlife, I'd be very disappointed. This is shitty afterlife. The afterlife is some random dude's garage / greenhouse. I guess this means I managed to reach the city. I thought I was a goner. Merciful chances! God, this hurts! This is what frostbite feels like? Next time the Chancellor asks me to reach a destination no matter the cost, I'll have a different answer for her. Why are you doing things for the Chancellor no matter the cost? I'd like to see her move her tush through the frozen wasteland. If she were missing a piece or two by the end, it would be an improvement. But as long as I'm here, I should get to work. Oddly enough, this place doesn't look as if it's in dire need of, but I guess if it did, it would be too late. Dire need of what? Yani, what? What's in dire need of what? Someone's coming. This is an opportunity to eavesdrop and see what's been happening. I need to know as much as possible. Though eavesdropping isn't the best first impression for the person who probably saved my life. What should I do? Pretend to be asleep and eavesdrop. I need as much information as possible. He has nothing to hide. No harm will come from my snooping around. And if he has secrets, then he's the one to blame. Yes, I like Yani. This is curious. The town seems peaceful. As if everything is fine. Apart from my plants, I need a different approach. So I think this is the moment before. This is before Constance. Oh no, this is right now. This is right now. I can tell, my silent friend, I can tell you've defrosted and are almost back to full health. I was the one to heal you, you know. Do I got the tab now? Oh, I've got a Gallon tab. Officially, he's just a doctor. Gallon seems to have a hidden agenda. Can we be more characters than just Gallon and... We could be anyone, couldn't we? Ooh, this is gonna be good. Oh, this is gonna be good. I can tell you've drafted. Still no reaction. I can hear you're breathing faster than any sleeping person would. How about you stop pretending and say hello to your beautiful savior, Gallon. You're vigilant for a doctor. You're lively for someone in a coma. You got a name, or should I address you as the Frozen One? My name's Yani. How long was I out? Almost 2 weeks. Now that's no reason to look so sad. You're extremely lucky to be alive. Yeah, thank you for that. It's not me you should be thanking, actually. Our caravan pilots spotted you in the snow, almost a day's journey from the gates. Wearing masking colors was not one of your best ideas. Although traversing a frozen desert on foot easily takes the cake. I was traveling with what was supposed to be the last caravan. About halfway there, the pilot concluded true winter came earlier than expected and decided to turn back. And you stayed behind during a raging blizzard, so what brings you here anyway? Oh, is Yani, like, is that part of her character just be, like, super stubborn? Or just not smart? There's a well-paying job repairing the city. If such a need arises, what you do for the people here, I am supposed to do for the city. Yani, I don't think anyone's gonna buy that. You literally left the caravan. Even Gallon's like, buddy? You did not almost kill yourself in a blizzard to become a janitor. You are not a maintenance worker. When you hide skeletons in your home's foundation, you knock on others' walls, they say. I think they're right. What are you implying? Who in the spirit's realm would ever say that? What? What? It's an old saying from my land. I'm not implying anything, merely stating that I have nothing to hide. Just like you, right? I guess. Both your job and mine are important enough to include us in the city's winter skeleton crew. There's not much to do here. We'll have many long evenings to chat about Hey, don't touch that! I'm sorry, I'm just really thirsty and this tea smells so nice, so I thought... The herbs I healed you with can make your mouth a bit dry. Just drink plenty of water, and please, do not touch those vials. Those are not tea. Don't drink that. In untrained hands, these herbs and their juices can do more harm than good. I'm beginning to suspect tempting fate is your hobby. He's like, okay, maybe she is just not smart. Maybe she doesn't have any secrets. No, she's got secrets. What would you think about a doctor who can't keep his quarters clear of deadly traps? You haven't told me much about yourself, so I have to go off what I can observe. Right now, the only thing I'm certain of is the state of your frostbite. It's fine, by the way. It's gonna hurt, but if it hurts, that's good, right? I have to say, I'm impressed. You seem to have recuperated completely. I'm happy to say my work here is done. Now get out of here. I got other patients. Glad to hear that, Doctor. I'm very eager to get back to normal life. You should check your head, though. An attempt to get to the city on foot is close to suicidal, even in the summer. What made you try something so dangerous? Must have been very important. I would be lying if I said I'm not curious. And I'm a very inquisitive person. Gallon likes to get his nose into people's business. Nice to know someone finds me interesting. You almost died to get here. If that's not interesting, I don't know what is. Dr. Gallon! Are you there? What the? Sounds like an emergency, Doctor. I'd best leave you with your patient. Doctor seemed nice enough, if a bit restless. He stormed out after one of his patients asked him to look for her drunk husband or something, leaving me to myself. Okay, so that was that moment in time. Okay, good. Let's get back to the whole Constance situation. I was feeling well. I decided to go to the merchant district. There's someone I needed to meet there. She's not a good liar. She's not good at surviving blizzards either. She's not good at a lot of things. Yani, what are you doing, dog? What's your situation? Why are you doing, like, things that I do not think are wise for your health? Always wanted to see the work of the old masters. The way the city functions, it's supposed to be a miracle. State-of-the-art systems, built with knowledge now almost forgotten. I expected it to look differently, to be honest, more regal. Yeah, I mean, they have these, like, really nice-looking arches, right? But then the floor above, just kind of wood paneling, straight edges. It's cool. I love that little discrepancy. Also, this jiggly water at the bottom of the screen is very cool too. Oh, good morning. If you say so, can I help you? Are you lost? I'm looking for the person in charge, the current head of the families. I've heard this year he stayed for the whole true winter. You heard wrong. Istvan's the one who stayed. He resigned from his post already. Officially, he's just a retired old man with a cranky attitude. Are you sure? They wouldn't leave the city without a designated overseer. Well, he's the only member of the families present, and it's not like he can't take his seat back. I guess that makes him the overseer. Walls have ears here, and I'll report to Istvan. Sounds like the person I need to see. Ah, you have a lot of guards here. Why would anyone need so many when there's so few citizens left? Family members prefer situations where they have huge advantages over others. A large number of guards and only a few of us. That's how Istvan likes it. So Laura is not a part of the family. She's one of the servants or someone kind of lower down on the social standings. Got it, got it. You don't have to worry too much about them. They've been trained to stand and do nothing for hours. Unless, of course, you intend to do something stupid, like going into Istvan's quarters without permission. And where would I get a crazy idea like that? Yani's never done anything crazy like that in her life. That would be very strange of her. Can I get permission from you? I like this lady who's like ready to fight. She's ready to throw down. She's gonna like kick all of our asses and kill some of the guards too. Just for fun. Oh no, I'm a nobody. I just answer the door. You need a family member to invite you up there. So, I need to speak to Istvan before I get to see Istvan. Am I getting that right? I guess so. Get Istvan here now! That's not Yani. Yani's not the forceful one. We're gonna be more tactful. You seem so resigned. Are you alright? Of course I'm resigned. Everyone who deals with the families breaks sooner or later. Sounds like there's a sad story in there. If you want to talk, you know... No, silly, I don't. I'm trying to warn you. The family's greed is never sated, and they'll use any means to gain influence and wealth. They exploit people's weaknesses, and when that fails, they threaten people into submission. Since family's word is law, there's nothing you can do. You speak of them as if they're ruthless demons, yet the city prospers, and even the poorest houses here are luxurious and well kept. As far as I know, there hasn't been a rebellion for 100 years, so you wouldn't expect such evil to provoke opposition, or at least unrest. I've heard of none, so forgive me if I'm a little skeptical. Of course nobody resists, they're too afraid. There's also only like 20 of us out here, man. What are we gonna rebel against? Like, we don't like the old man? He's got power over like 20 people out here. I don't know. I mean, I know it's a bigger city and all that, but like, this is a big pile of... this is a utopia in the middle of a wasteland. Like, you own so much, but at the same time you own nothing. Let me give you an example. One of the young masters found a trader's daughter to be uncooperative. He cut her nose off. He said she turned her nose up to the world too much, then he broke her father's neck, so the family would stop holding their heads so high. Now they're just cutting off the nose despite the face, is the metaphor. The families thought nothing of it, and the man went unpunished. Those who spoke up and tried to help the trader got a private audience with the guards. That sounds awful and unlikely. Are you trying to scare me away with urban legends? I used to be like you. I believed in order and denied such atrocities. I had to learn the hard way how this world works. Don't make my mistakes. You don't know me! Okay, but fine, I'll bite. What was it that happened to you? Istvan, but I've said too much. I'll fetch him for you, that's my job after all. Just be careful when you speak to him. Hey, alright, we've got an audience with the king of the cosmos. The big honcho, macho man of the weird paradise place. The architecture we construct will determine boundaries for common rituals and customs. The city in the north, built for the chivalrous founding families, is a great example. Its design strengthens the positive natural tendencies and their cultural exhibits. So much for coming armed with knowledge. I guess I just know nothing. I knew nothing all along. It's weird. It's so weird that we're in this like island culture. There's an island kind of thing going on here. So for me, it makes it even weirder because it's such a small area that they would even have, I guess, such stratified social standings. In a cool way. Like that's the idea, right? Of this whole murder mystery that well, I guess mystery. It's not really a murder. There's no murders yet, but. Hoping soon there'll be a murder, of course. There must be at some point, right? I'm hoping someone dies. Bets on who's gonna die. Bets on who's gonna die. Well, who do I want to die the least? Let's bet. Let's throw the darts at the wall. I want... not Sam. We haven't gotten to see Sam. Yacone. Yacone's gonna die. Because we like her too much. I don't know if her character has much more places to go, so they're just gonna kill her. No, that's not okay, that's not okay. No, but this whole island thing, usually on island cultures, they don't stratify because there's no point. Like, where are you going to go? What are you going... Obviously, people from the south in this story have come up and inserted social standings into the situation. But even then, there's only so high you can go before you realize, oh, this is silly and dumb, because we're all arguing over a snowball. And yeah, so island cultures that are isolated from the rest of the world without any type of escape. It's interesting, it's interesting. So, where's this annoying visitor? One would think the dead season would be, you know, dead. Ah, you're the sick one, aren't you? Not anymore. A good doctor got me back on my feet. So, yeah, here I am, bub. You can't imagine how flattered I am. I just adore people who think it's my time can be theirs to waste. I didn't think. That's the problem with you young people. You don't think. Next time, leave your request with Laura and wait for my formal reply. Understood. You're acting like a snow flea with a rash. That was quite brave of you. What if I felt offended and, say, threw you in prison? I'm not the one who chose the password, but it sure does have stopping power. And the countersign? You act as if you had a rash somewhere I can't see. Satisfied? Your dean and I had a blast when we decided on it. Along with a bottle of something old, I'm sure. Can we focus on the problem now? Hey, newcomer in the village, obviously a spy of some sort, trying to talk to Istvan. A bigger problem than people not respecting my time? This should be good. Speak up, child. You know, we monitor the city's systems. Recently, we detected a disturbance, a malfunction of sorts in the first technical barrier of the city. You needn't bore me with the details, is that all? Some small maintenance work? Is that all? This place was designed by faculty masters, with knowledge and skill many would mistake for magic. It was strengthened by people of faith and their protective rituals. This place does not simply malfunction, it hasn't done that for centuries. And it never should. Malfunctions seem to cause you distress, not a quality I would expect in a repair woman. This particular one is a little too unlikely. Moreover, when the faculty sent a colleague to examine it, he vanished. You mean Sarn? Claimed he came for a regular checkup. He was investigating the possibility of a sabotage. The more knowledge one has about the city's systems, the more probable their involvement. He wouldn't warn a suspect. Yet you're spilling your guts out to me. Are you bad investigator? Or have you excluded me from the list of possible saboteurs? All of my possessions were lost in the blizzard. My tools, my money, most of my maps and blueprints. If I'm to accomplish anything, I need your help. But let's set this straight. Do you still suspect me? No. Nope, we're gonna straight up lie to him. I know you've invested a lot in this city. I'll take that into consideration before I do anything rash. I'm sorry. Like, the Comey investigations are like today. So I know that if you're trying to investigate someone, just don't tell them. Just freaking lie to them. Ah, you're weak. You fold after but a question. Fix the city and be gone. Let bad people make their fortune, and good people learn their lessons. Nothing is threatening us but your imagination. He knows I'm lying, but that's not the important part, is it? It's not. You have to just straight up deny any accusations. Just cut him out. Sorry, Esteban. Can't tell you dang thing. Your predecessor saw and didn't find anything unusual. I saw him pack up and leave, as others will no doubt confirm. Sorry, who else will confirm that? Can you just tell me a list of names, please? That'd be great. I want to know who all is in cahoots together. Are you sure? He was last seen here. Right there. No one so much as caught a glimpse of him in the camp or town on the way back. Now I've heard another person went missing, someone named Lev. Where's he supposed to be during the dead season? Oh no, Lev is an entirely different case. He has a history of vanishing mysteriously. Again, just ask around. 2 people missing? And a perfect mechanism malfunctioning? A coincidence like this is possible, but not probable. At the very least, it would be unwise not to look into it. I'm sure you agree. Very well, kid. Go look for Lev if you think there might be some connection. You will get shelter and whatever tools you have available. I'll ask Laura to prepare a proper writ confirming you're acting on my behalf. Thank you. I have another request, though. Control chambers were well hidden, available only to the chosen few. I will need a complete set of plans to access them if I'm to assess what's wrong. Laura will fetch them from the library vault, and you can get them tomorrow. That gives them a lot of time to tamper with anything that might be, sensitive. If there's anything else you cannot handle yourself, go bother Laura. Won't you even point me in the right direction with your fingers? Give me that good finger. It's possible that someone's trying to disrupt the city's systems. Any idea where to look? If there really is something to investigate, which I doubt, you should draw your own unbiased conclusions. Right, but where should I start drawing these conclusions? Speak to Kasaya, Captain of the Guard, or for facts about people. If you prefer gossips and secret of the heart, the Keeper of the Baths would be your best source. Her name is Constance. Yes, can we please get to the Constance situation? Both are good starts. So here's the thing, before we can even make this decision, I'm looking at the writing on the wall here is that we've been escalating every episode with more and more problems. We haven't solved any of them. As someone who works in repair fields, I'm dying over here. I'm just like, please, one problem at a time. Fix something. Someone just fix anything at all, because we're up to 4 or 5 different oh, that thing's broken as well. Constance is broken, Lev is broken, some kind of system in the city is broken, the previous maintenance dude is broken, or dead, or gone, or whatever. And I'm like, guys, we gotta figure out something else. We gotta keep working someone else. Let's talk to Constance, because I want Kasaya to be meeting more with Galen. Also, what's the situation with Constance? Chances and odds! I'd read that the city system makes the thermal springs flow through the walls of each building, but this is a little extreme. It's as if the architects wanted to flaunt their ability to define nature. Every angle is purposefully designed to retain warmth and humidity. Ah, Yani. I'm so glad to see you here. I am Constance, Keeper of the Baths. Allow me to welcome you on behalf of the city. Nice to meet you, Constance. How come you know my name and who I am? With so few of us waiting for true winter's end, even a minuscule change becomes a newsworthy event. 2 separate people told me the shocking news of our inn running short on southern beer today. Slava walks slower since Lev is gone. Have you noticed? Such are the things we pay attention to. You can imagine the commotion caused by finding a mysterious stranger in the snow. I seem to be at a disadvantage here. Everyone knows about me, but I'm not sure I can name more than 3 people. After a few days, you will know more than you wished about each of those who stayed. Relax, enjoy. That's what this place is for. The warmth relaxes me already. I can't appreciate this temperature enough, especially after the weather outside. I guess everyone needs a little warmth in their life. The bath can do wonders for body and mind alike. Oh, so it heals the mind too. Quite impressive for a tub of hot water. No one here would dare call it just water. It's what shields us from death in the snow. Most people say the city's getting colder. That's why they come here. But I know that's just an excuse. What's the real reason then? Have you ever pretended to be someone else? It's tiresome. When people undress and relax in the heat, for that short moment they can forget about appearances and be themselves. For the mind, that can be priceless. Oh, so this is sort of a confessional. You give people acceptance, even absolution, is that it? Lady, I'm just a bath keeper, dog. It's water. The atmosphere that do that for people. Warmth relaxes muscles as well as rules of conduct. Just a week ago, a couple came and felt relaxed enough that the gasps could be heard even here. So, yeah, people need an outlet, get the freak on a little bit. They feel free to reveal their true nature to you. Who gets to know your true nature? Yani asks slyly. Do you ever get to hang out, take a break, be yourself? I am my true face. Now she's lying. I've seen what secrets can do to those who carry them. So you're saying the single truthful person in the city. So you're the only truthful person in the city, and you always protect other people's privacy? That must be why Istvan pointed me to you for information. Darling, you should know better than to question intentions of those trusted deeply by your supervisor. It can be dangerous. Sorry. Is that a threat? Are you threatening me? Or, just a friendly warning for a newcomer. Please don't take it personally. But where are my manners? You must still feel cold and weak after what you've been through. Please sit. I'll light up some incense. Istvan sent you here for information. I admit that's curious. Is there something you would like to know, or would you rather enjoy the baths? Work can wait. It's bath time, is what I say before I die. Before I get murdered in a bathtub. Do we find what Istvan said curious, or... I kind of want to overhear a whole bunch of juicy secrets. You must hear all sorts of juicy gossip. What is it that people usually chat about here? What absorbs their everyday lives? When I took this position, I was captivated by what people can admit to, and actually do. They breach many taboos if the mood is right. For instance, 2 close friends came here once, accompanied by a very young man. They got him senselessly drunk and tattooed an elephant's face on his body. And you let them? That's negligent in your own bathhouse. That's evil. By the time I realized what they were doing, the elephant had eyes and ears above his rather sad trunk. Oh, that kind of tattoo. Within a month of working here, I knew whose dresses were envied the most. After 6, I knew who was unfaithful and why. By the time a year passed, I could order the men of the city by how well they were endowed. It loses its appeal after a while. Amazing, amazing. Okay, great. Do me next. Do people trust you enough not to take care of that you're listening? Or do they just share gossip with you, just actively? This place is vast. Most visitors relax and forget that a raised voice can still reach others. So if you ever come to relax, please do so without yelling. I will remember that. I've noticed I don't hear my voice carrying out over the water, though. That's unusual. Ah, now I see the design, hidden in the archways and frescoes. Oh, it's brilliant. I'm sorry, I do not quite follow. The walls, the ceilings, are designed so that sound doesn't disperse, but instead carries to a few precise spots. In those places, you can hear every whisper uttered in the building. It's as if this place was designed for eavesdropping. I've had my suspicions, but I concentrated on avoiding rather than listening. As I said, I grew bored of others' mundane secrets. Avoiding should be easy too. Some places would be recognizably more informative than others. Yani's calling her out, and they figured out the shtick. It's all based on the architecture and the acoustics of the place. Nice. Besides, while I'm calling you out, you've been working for her for how many years? I'm sure you know it. You probably know it better than me, even if you don't know the technical understanding behind it. Please, can we talk about something other than dark secrets?